What's up, everybody? It's the Grand Line Gazette where we talk about One Piece damn near every damn day. This is the Theory Galore store. You know what I'm saying? Theories every day, new ones every other day. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we
hmm
rehash the old
hmm
ones, I'm
hmm
guessing is what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
Kev, I'm Corey. Today we're talking about Loki and his mysterious daughter, maybe Joanna. Alright? It's
Yep.
been about a week and a half. We didn't see anybody else talk about it during our review. We talked about it for about
Yep.
2 minutes, so go check that out. Where Joanna's like, I don't know my dad.
Yep.
Loki, supposedly been kind of on the seas and locked up, busy for the last 20 years. Like, that's probably Joanna's dad. We see it.
Yep.
Y'all probably see it now that I said it. We've been waiting for all y'all amateurs to make a theory video, and y'all haven't, so we gotta talk about it. As always,
Yep.
Kev starts it off, so let us know what's going on.
Yep. So back on 1147, we get a roll call of the whole class, everyone that's heading with Gunko's power. So we come across one person, Johanna. She's toward the end, but she says something that's a little bit weird. At least you have parents. Now, Elbeth has had orphans galore for generations. We had the Mother Carmel's orphanage here for a very long time. So having orphans here is not new, but it is weird for it to be a giant orphan. That is very rare for us. And the horns kind of give maybe we're unsure of how the giant lineage biology works, but I feel like horns like you get your parents' horns, right? Like I feel like it's like eye color or something
I
like
feel
that.
like it's a key indicator of lineage. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
And so these are Loki's horns, just very tiny. We saw a flashback with Loki in it, and I mean it's perfect.
oh,
You can see our
they're
background.
side by
Yeah,
side right there.
yeah, it's
Um,
perfect.
it's right there. And what do we have if we have Colin? Because this is obviously a thing for Colin. You know what I mean? So Colin is definitely gonna have way more significance. I bet you this is gonna be like some, hey Loki, you're the guy with the actual royal lineage. This is your offspring. Maybe we're building the kingdom like in the people for the future. I can see that, but let's talk about more the implications of Joanna being I almost said Kaido, Loki's long lost daughter. Shit, it could be
hmm
Kaido's daughter, but Loki's long lost daughter. Um, this says a lot about Loki as a person. So
Sure.
Loki knows he's the most hated giant in recent history. You know what I mean? And much like Gold D. Roger, his child would be hunted. I think when they
Yeah.
locked up Loki, when they excommunicated him, when he was off doing a rampage, when he got basically blamed for the death of Harold, he told himself like, "Hey, I can't let anybody know this is my daughter, or else, hey, she's gonna be whatever, taken prisoner, killed, whatever it may be." So, as another sign that Loki's a good guy, he separated himself from his family so that nobody knows, protecting her, making her more like Naruto than anything. But yeah,
Yep.
lonely kid
So
status.
I want to go into the mythology behind the Loki character, and I think Loki will have different pieces of him. I think the Loki One Piece character is actually Thor and Loki kind of mixed together a little bit. We have the hammer with the thunder. So these names may not be one to one, but Loki, as far as the North mythology goes, he has plenty of children. The one that sticks out to me here is that Hela, in Marvel, Hel really is one of his main daughters, and I think that could very well be who we're seeing here. I want to ask you a question though. If Loki's going to be the dad, who's the mom?
Yeah, good question, because we know that it could be anybody. It doesn't actually have to be a giant for you to have a giant offspring. And also, I'm wondering what color is her hair? Is her hair also purple? You know what I mean? Like,
Sure, sure.
that could be
I
something
think
that
it
people
looks
don't connect, but yeah.
yeah, it looks blonde, and that's a very valid question. Um, because as some this is gonna sound so weird, as somebody who breeds like uh different dogs, you do have to be careful of which one actually carries the child. because of the exact situation, like what you're saying is in our scenario, Ripley's the one who carried Colin. But imagine it the other way around. The human body may not be able to hold that child to birth. And so, in my opinion, I actually think it could be a giant. And if I'm putting my money anywhere, it's actually Gerd. Because Gerd has given us that stank X vibe from the beginning where she's like, actually, Loki's the worst person ever.
Oh
And I
my
was like, yeah,
god.
yeah. And I'm like, dude, that is definitely her ex-boyfriend. And I'm telling you, that's her parents right there. You heard it here first. I will link this video when it happens. But
I'm
I'm
gonna
telling
put that in the title just to bait people to click. Like
you. Gerd and
Loki.
Loki's secret love child? I think it's true though. I'm
Yo,
honestly I'm all in on that actually.
yo, what a theory! Can you guys beat this theory? Let us know in the comments below. Um, just she is going to have some kind of significance as all these children because they all have
Mhm.
independent personalities. Some of them might be traitors, some of them might be heroes, some of them might be plot devices, but they all do have personalities. So it seems like she's very calm in her demeanor
Mhm.
compared to like the situation. So
Yeah, especially
that's
like Born.
yeah.
Bjorn's like freaking out, dog.
Dude, he's already telling people just save him. But yeah, I think this is like I don't know. Maybe this is just me giving attributes to more of the hero kids, but it's like like the Luffy's, the Aces, the um, not the Mononosuke because he'd be crying, but kind of what I mean. It's like you're given
Sure.
like hero kid vibes with just the demeanor that you're carrying and the one panel I'm extrapolating from. But yeah, whatever. But I don't know.
Well, it's a great question to ask because I mean, we kind of help out children in every place we always find kids that it's hard when you think of like Fishman Island, but Shirahoshi's a child.
yeah.
Like when we're there, we're helping Shirahoshi, and she's younger than these kids are. So at the same, it's these these are 20-year-olds. They're probably calling same age. So I'm right there with you. I think this is just showing the next generation. Like we're rescuing the future. That's but could be
But
right.
I guess let's end this with when would Loki reveal this information? And how or like what kind of scenario would Loki even reveal this information? Um I don't think it's something that he would just like see his daughter and be like, "Oh, that's my daughter." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But maybe he would, because obviously he don't use his eyes, so maybe it's like a hockey color that he like feels or something like an aura or some shit. Who knows how like Loki navigates right now?
And as far as our viewers, they're gonna know to look out for like the subtle hints here because Loki isn't a talker. So if Johanna does get taken, are we gonna see some anger, just some subtle anger from somebody like Loki, where he's hitting his hammer against shit, or mad at Jarl specifically for not doing more, or maybe he just jumps into action next chapter because he wants to save her.
Yeah,
Who
but
knows?
that's definitely would be interesting if she got captured and then she shows like the same like anger signs that he shows, like she punches something like there's a crater, and then it's
That's
like
like lightning.
then you go on TikTok and they're like, look, it's the same exact shaped crater as the one on the tree. You're like, oh damn, here we go.
Damn it. But you guys tell us, what were you guys thinking when you first saw Johanna? Are you thinking any other relatives here? We got a couple confirmations on some other kids, but what about the mysteries? The Mugs, the Colleens. Is that Usopp's little sister? We'll find out next chapter. Who knows?
Yeah. Next video will be about 30 seconds long. Our big nosed tribe members, giants. I think they are.
I think they are too.
That's the video. All right, we'll catch y'all next time. We'll have more theories, more reviews, and more playlists. Go check out the backlog.
Peace.